super different. But yeah, no, I've had like, you know, probably multiple different types of cookies and cream stuff, but I can't say I've ever had Pop-Tarts or milk for that matter that were cookies and cream.
Yeah.
The milk sounds like you want to die. That's like a suicide thing.
What, cookies and cream milk?
Yeah. That sounds like my heart needs to stop, so I'm gonna eat that.
It's not a food, it's like actual cream that tastes like cookies and cream.
Oh, it's not actual milk like you put it in a glass and drink it?
No, it comes in an actual bottle, like a little plastic bottle.
Well, what the hell do you do with it? Like use it for mixes and stuff? Oh, you do drink it. Oh, I don't know about that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
How come Lumberjack's unavailable?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's showing up as unavailable.
Lumberjack. What do you mean? The server or the mod?
The mod.
You probably have the wrong version, maybe?
Of what?
Lumberjack? I don't know.
It's all new.
I don't know. Everybody else got in so far. You're obviously missing something.
Try just re-downloading the logging crew mods and replace them.
Is it only one mod?
Just the logging Lumberjack, yeah.
That's probably you probably got the wrong version of it or something. You probably got the updated version of it.
Everything all this morning.
It's all exactly the same as it was, other than like all the other mods. The extra mods have not changed at all. Only thing that's different is just the FDR ones from the site. That is all. No more, no less. Are your new joysticks working out there, Maverick?
Good, like them.
Sweet. Yeah, as long as they last, that's the key, man. That's the key.
Yeah, different buttons on this setup. I don't know if I like them too much. They protrude a lot.
Oh, like they just like high, they're raised up.
Yeah, yeah, they
yeah.
stick out quite.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I figure it might be either good because you'll be able to feel them out better, or it might be bad because you might like hit your fingers on them reaching for the other one. Hey? Slip and slide.
So that's in the equipment or the?
It's in the extra mods thing, which is in the something channel, crew info channel. You can download it right from there.
Let's clear on Steam and shit. See if that fixes it.
Whoop. So who won in Sketchheads? Or was it a winning situation?
It's pretty much undecided.
Undecided, sure.
We ain't finished it yet.
Fair enough. That's kind of different. Eh? Discord has like little weird games and stuff, or?
Yeah, they just added that for the anniversary.
Huh. Probably a good idea.
That before.
What's the name of the server?
Just logging crew, FDR logging crew, logging crew. Can't remember. You can never remember what I named my own damn server half the time.
That's a bad thing, man.
Yeah, I know, it's terrible. I finally gave up and I bought a second, like a gaming laptop to use for a streaming PC, and it's actually pretty kick-ass, the concept. The only thing I can't figure out right now is how I'm going to get my this microphone's audio from here over to there. That's I think going to be the hard part, but I'll figure it out because it's kind of on a separate system. But then when we're playing crew and stuff, I won't have any more lag basically, or not as bad of performance, because all the video encoding will be on that other laptop.
I still don't see the damn server.
And then it'll be smooth. Smooth as pie.
I was wondering, what does the elite thing on your Patreon get you?
Oh, nothing. They're all exactly the same. Yeah, there's no tier differences. People just wanted more tiers. Some people wanted to donate more money and there wasn't an option to add more to it. You had to actually make a new tier. It's the same with the YouTube. There's like operator role versus lumberjack, and exactly the same. There's no difference between them.
Yeah, because I decided to switch from the YouTube operator one over to the elite one on Patreon.
Hey, right on. Yeah, it's just different classifications, because like I said, I had guys that were like, oh, I don't want to donate 5, I want to donate 25. And I said, well, you can go to PayPal and just send that if you want. And then they're like, no, I want to use Patreon so I get the updates. So it's like, okay. So then they said, well, we need a higher tier so that I can donate more. And I said, well, that's no problem. So I just copy pasted the same tier with a higher amount. And be surprised how many people are on Elite, though. A lot of people like to donate more, which is great. Which is great, especially because I have some cool new models that are getting built right now, and it was not cheap to get them rolling. So I'm glad people keep donating. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't be getting those. But modeler's been sending me pictures, and holy cow, it looks good.
You haven't have any plans for Komatsu?
Not at this moment. I haven't really had a lot of requests for those. I kind of wanted to make a high cab, but we have so many high cabs now that I'm kind of wondering if maybe we should chill out a bit.
Because a good one for Komatsu be like a PC 138.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're thinking. Yeah, they're good too. Good machines. I've actually had the opportunity of, well, not running one like for work, but playing around in one on a farm one time.
Sync warning.
I think that was a 138.
Yeah, 138 is a good little machine.
Yeah.
For being a 100 size machine. 10 ton, I should say.
I kind of want to make some Deucin stuff too. I saw those at that trade show I was at, and they're actually pretty cool. Deucin.
The Deucin ain't too bad.
I haven't heard enough about them. That's the thing. I was actually talking to their rep that was there, and
I know.
that was his big
5
problem.
minutes.
His big problem was saying that just people don't know really enough about them. They're not really out in the field very heavily in a lot of areas, so that's why it's hard to get them in here.
The 145 and they're
You wanna-
160 from Bobcat.
You want to give me permissions?
Oh yeah, sure, sorry. And you are good to go, sir.
Trying to get onto the damn server.
But yeah, Deucin. I saw some of their like high cab loaders loading trucks and stuff like that, but and they looked all right-ish. They seemed to do the job.
Yeah, this one ain't too bad.
They at the trade show they had a gigantic wheel loader. Looked like for mine work. So I got to crawl around on that thing. That was actually pretty cool. I'm so used to running the shitty little wheel loaders, but after seeing that guy, I'm like, man, I want to drive that around. That looks like fun. Go break some stuff.
Deucins
Yeah,
are
down
nice.
there,
They
man,
run
that's
real
cool.
smooth.
Yeah, I bet.
Cool.
Heavy.
We've
Heavier
got
the chiller.
A loader and an excavator really work. Smaller ones, but
Yeah.
And the server's still not popping up. The fuck?
Sometimes you gotta
I just
quit
put
right out
in
of the game.
Log and went to Logger's Paradise and it come up right away.
Yeah, if you select the map, that's usually the best way to narrow it down.
Turn your crossplay on, all that other stuff.
And then even then, sometimes it doesn't show up. I was
Yeah,
hosting.
crossplay turned off.
Turn it on.
Really?
Yeah,
Turn it on.
you betcha.
Yeah. That should be
The
it.
game will show up.
Don't know why. I can have it off or on, but you still have to have it on to find it, which it makes no sense. It's probably just a glitch on their end, but who knows?
Because crossplay, if you have that turned on, that'll let you connect to the console. So.
It's supposed to, but I think there's some kind of a break in that system.
Is there a non-dangle head somewhere?
I don't know. I thought we had a fixed head somewhere. Might be parked behind me
That's
here
what I'm
somewhere.
used to running in real life. I can't run one for crap.
It might be parked behind me somewhere.
Yeah, there's a dangle right over here.
I'm used to running real life. It's not really. It's still.
Oh,
work,
fixed
but
head's on the one behind you there.
There's a regular bucket and thumb.
Shwink.
Like,
And then up here, nobody runs a fixed head. Nobody even knows what the hell a fixed head is up here. I think they're pretty cool, but they're not popular by any means.
I've never ran a fixed head in real life, but
No. Very
the game's a little easier to
very
run.
much the dangle land.
I mean, the type
seen
of
only-
where I'm at, if you ain't got like a bug in the thumb, you're pretty much, lucky to get down the hole.
Yeah, I'll grind these up. These tops.
I'll load these. Don't worry about these guys.
Okay.
Because these will fit and they're actually long enough. Whoop. Oh, I lost my 2 there. See if it'll come with it. Just gonna get them out of your way here. Put them down here. Drag them all over the pile. Make a big mess. Classic.
Get all these tops separated.
I can have a whole load of just tops. $52 pickup.
That was an interesting move, Tex.
I tumbled.
So do you have plans on changing the hydraulics on the tracks?
How so?
Like, with the Apollo expansion, how they made it where you can do an idle steer?
No, won't work with mine. I have tried it, but it won't work with these. Too much friction on them.
Kinda the idle steer.
Too much weight, too much friction. It only works when the vehicles weigh literally nothing and there's no friction on the tires. That way it'll turn, but I did put it on these and test it. And what happens is when you turn one way, it backs up. When you turn the other way, it goes forward, which is super annoying when you're trying to operate. And then on the in-game ones, they both turn the same direction because there's no friction on them.
Stuck on something. Keeps flipping. Oh, we got it. We're chilling.
Shit, I went that back in your archives and I found videos that made me feel really old.
Yeah.
Where you did the loggers challenges.
Yeah.
When I was 15.
Those were good times, man. Biggest problem with the challenges was just lag. We were trying to getting it going there for a while where we were gonna do it like as a competition thing. But the problem is just with logging, right? So much freaking lag, and then some guys had some freaking arguments about this guy actually has better ping, so he should have lost. And oh my god, it got so dramatic. I was like, man, it was supposed to be fun. And then guys with their egos got a little too much about it.
Is this a dedicated server or is this on?
This is hosted off my computer. Right off the
Lowest.
old PC.
Lowest ping I've had on any server.
Yeah. Yeah, when you host direct, it's way better. Dedicated servers are not a good time.
Nope.
Pain in the ass, and generally the performance is like 1/8 of what you could do off a decent rig. If you have decent internet and a good computer, you can do way better than their shitty dedicated.
Yeah.
Because most of the dedicated servers are like a really low quality computer out in some random place. And they go, oh yeah, we're hosting it off this really triple high quality great computer. And the reality is they're usually not.
Hey Maverick, could you spin around and grab this tree?
Well, I'm pretty close to you, I think.
Lump there.
You said you're in Smithers, right?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm like less than 1,000 kilometers from you.
Sweet, where are you at?
I'm going to school in Alberta right now.
Oh, Alberta. Nice.
Whereabouts in Alberta?
Edmonton.
Oh yeah.
I normally live in Yukon though.
Oh.
We do trips down to Smithers once in a while.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Drive a truck down.
everybody eventually gets to Smithers, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of exploration, and we have a truck, so we have a couple trucks, so we go down and low bed people's drills and crap up.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, the bar last night, there must have been, I bet half the bar was either Saskatchewan or Alberta. I guess all the pipeliners are finishing up some projects, but every single ID I checked was freaking, yeah, either Alberta or Saskatchewan. And I was like, what the hell? Who are all these people? But I guess that's coming to a close here soon, so. I thought that was supposed to be like an 8-year project, but I don't think they've been going for 8 years. Or I didn't think they'd been going for 8 years.
Yeah, they were going to a little break.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Because that one guy I talked to last night said it's like sectional, so you'll get like certain welders or certain guys will come in a big group of like 12, 13 guys, And then when they're done, they cut them loose and they go down south to some other projects and stuff. So I imagine they're finishing up parts and pieces.
You work at the bar there?
Yes, on the
Bars?
weekends. Oh yeah, truck, look at that. 2 trucks. Classic. Yeah, right there's kid there, buddy. Thanks.
Alright.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, your swing box.
I think there's another buncher over there too. I think we have 2, don't we?
Yeah, there should be a
Oops.
Taken them.
Caltech over there.
Oh jeez. Oh, this is one of those logs with the hairball on it here. This one.
We'll bring a,
Oh, can you cut it? Oh, nice.
short bunk over for the tops.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I might be able to grab a bunch of those and fit them on this one. Let me see if I can cradle this a little bit. Take this big guy here.
So these stops fit on the trailers?
Yep. Well, I'm gonna make them fit. They have to. You have to cradle them though. You can't just put them on straight. They gotta go
Okay.
with the. They gotta go in with the big guys as a base. So I'm gonna try to cradle this a little bit, and then I'll try to squeeze those in there. I think there's only 1 grapple worth anyway.
Yeah, it's like
Ah, no, stay there, you bastard. Stay.
Is anyone running the LTech buncher?
No, I don't believe so.
ground.
You are now.
Do a stump removal.
Surprise! Ah, 1 sec here. Will.
Like,
Oh. Get out the bottom here a little. There we go. Let's do one of those. It's one thing that absolutely drives me friggin' bonkers is how the logs stick to the grapples sometimes. It drives me frickin' nuts. And there's just no way to
They
fix it.
Get stuck in the.
Yeah, like
in
they
the-
stick to the
in
side of the
thing,
freaking.
yeah.
I don't know. I've tried absolutely everything in my physics capabilities to make that go away, but it's got to be an engine-based thing in their physics engine. The only way to actually 100% correct it is to make it so that the grapples, the claws are not components. Like if you make them solid pieces, but then you can't close the grapples properly then.
alright, Matt, you said you needed a stump removal.
Yeah, well, FDR can do it with the extra.
Or if he's bored, he can do that too. There you go. Give him a full-time job.
Oh, there we go.
Perfect. Full-time stump remover right there.
So there you go. Now you got a reason to build the Komatsu there, or a Komatsu buncher. You seen that picture of the
Yeah, that's pretty neat, that thing, eh?
Simcoe with a grinder on it?
Yeah, I've never seen that
I
before.
couldn't resist. As soon as I seen it, I went, oh, gotta send that one in.
What do they use that for? Just grinding up like bits, or do they take down trees with it, or what's the?
I don't know. It was just an ad for the machine for
Oh.
sale. So I would imagine they were just doing
Must be land clearing or
residential
something.
yeah, fields after they logged them or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Go grind out all the stumps.
Yeah, pretty neat though. Cute little
So I
thing.
thought when I seen it, I was like, oh, got it.
Yeah, those are There was one guy that made one. Well, he used to work with us in FS19, and he had a model for a guy that looked just like that one. But we never did bring it to life.
It won't freaking cut.
Oh yeah, if you go into your settings and turn your auto harvester cut on and then off again, apparently it fixes that.
Yeah. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Sometimes the posts gotta jump in.
And if it doesn't work after that, yeah, we'll just burn it. Alright, I'm gonna say that's a load.
There we go.
Up there, sure. Yeah, there's lots of definitely lots of ideas for some weird combinations of scare. That's why I look at the Ritchie Brothers auction pages all the time, because there's so many like strange versions of heavy equipment that I've never seen before. Just stuff that's just people have like done their own kind of weird thing that they've done with it, adding weird attachments and
something old and weird. Either built something like those big coring waterous machines.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Even something like that 743 John Deere buncher that I used to own.
I
think I sent you a video.
I love those freaking coring things, man. I actually built something very similar to a coring in 19. It was a big green monster forwarder slash processor.
I remember that, yeah.
That was the closest I've ever gotten to a coring type machine. But I would love to make their feller buncher that has like that dump trailer it drags behind it. They just fill
It's all part of it, one piece, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
They actually had several models, but yeah, there's one that processes it, like stroke processes it right into the back.
Yeah, well, there was that one, I call it like the demon machine, that thing that's got like, it's a forwarder, processor, everything all in one.
Loader.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big monster.
That thing is crazy.
Grapple saw as well.
Oh, which, sorry?
That grapple saw.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But did I send you that video, FDR, that 743 John Deere?
Think so.
The rubber tire looks like a skidder.
Yes, yeah, you did. Yeah. Where'd you even find that? That's so funny, hey?
Because I owned one and it was awesome to run. It was cool.
I was surprised you found a video of it. 'Cause remember you talked about it for a while, but.
Oh, I know. As soon as I couldn't believe I found a video. I've searched for years, and I had one that showed pictures of a guy. His dad's machine was similar, but he had the shear head still on it, but he had a set of tongs hanging underneath it so he could load trucks with it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the original beasts were pretty cool. There's a guy in Huntermall who owns he probably has them all now, but there was 5 or 6 that he owned, and then there was 2 that were owned outward. Like I owned one of them.
Yeah.
And it was awesome to run. Slow though.
Yeah. I was gonna say probably not the quickest way to get rolling, but I bet they were just
a nice job, and if you're in rocky terrain, well then it shines there too, because rubber tires drive right over.
And probably just fully loaded with Bluetooth in the cab and beautiful seats and
yeah, for sure. Air conditioning.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Careful, don't get Joe poked.
Yeah, sort of like air conditioning. It's like natural air conditioning. Yeah, there you go. Windows down.
Kind of like Windows down 55.
Yeah, that's right.
With what we got in our Mac. Work. They like to throw the bell off the compressor.
Yep, get her done. We can't all have the luxuries of the modern world, hey? Actually, I've been on a shit streak for getting machines that have not been very fun to operate and as level of comfort recently, so.
Like any of our machines at any level of comfort.
Yeah. I was doing good for a while, but that's gone now. Even our main machine at the transfer station's toast now, so we get this. Well, I won't even run the old foot pedal one. I just told him to pound sand because it's such a piece of shit. My productivity level is about 5% compared to before.
that a skid
That's
steer?
what happens, yeah, when you go joysticks. I ran foot pedals for like 2 years there, and then we did the last year and a half has been joysticks, and then they send us this old spare while the other one's getting fixed. And frick, it's like a nightmare going back to foot pedals. I'm like, I'm not doing this. This is stupid.
Well, you can just be so smooth with joysticks.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
if it's like regular SAE controls.
Yeah. Well,
Even the, I don't know what you call the other ones.
yeah, the H pattern or whatever.
ISO.
Yeah, there's ISO and then there's
Whatever
like the
it
H
is.
pattern. Those are pretty wild.
Even those compared to foot pedals is really smooth.
And I can run H, ISO, and foot controls.
Yeah.
So I can run all of them.
There's a difference between what I can actually run versus what I'm actually proficient in driving. That's the difference for me.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, my job there is super high stress. Got to move because the loads just don't stop coming all day. So if you give me a piece of shit machine that I don't have proficiency in, it's really frustrating because I'm trying to play catch up and I'm behind and I'm like, I want this thing to die. But we have another, we have a Kubota on site that has joysticks, so I think we're just gonna, I'll just swap out with that one. I'm gonna park that piece of shit foot pedal thing. I'm not running that tomorrow. Forget it.
The Kubota skid steers. I've never tried one.
But the Kubotas?
There's good and bad. The new one, we got like a brand new one. It's pretty fancy, but it's like the cabs are huge, which is super nice. You don't feel like you're squished in there like a tuna.
Put it this way, if I'm on a hillside grading and I have a choice between a John Deere, Kubota, or a Bobcat, I'll pick the other John Deere or the Kubota.
Yeah, the best one, to be honest, that I ever ran was the Caterpillar one. That was awesome. It's just got such a good balance to it, like weight-wise. And the Kubota is nice, but it's, I don't know, it's more just like little things about it I don't like. I don't like the way it's set up.
I ran a cat
Right up
for
doors, though.
winters doing snow removal. And
Yeah, they're just, I don't know, the weight was really good on it. Felt well balanced.
Sometimes I'll run with the door open, sometimes I'll run with closed.
Yeah. At the garbage dump, you don't want to run with the door open, let me tell you.
I know.
The no door open situation. The one thing I noticed about the new Kubota, though, is it has a god-awful whine to it when you turn, like more so than any other excavator or any other skid steer I've ever run. Like just and it's so freaking loud. Like even through ear protection with music playing, it's like god-awful to listen to.
Is it track?
No, it's tires. Yeah, steer tires.
Yeah, you got skid steer, you only got one on each side. If it's a rubber one, then you get, then in the middle, then you got the chain going to the front and rear.
Right. Yeah, it is what it is.
Hey, FDR, can I run that loader you were on?
I'm just taking it back, but you can take this next truck, and then when you get back with your truck, then you can have it.
Okay. Just asking because you weren't in it.
Yeah, no worries. It's a take your own loads day today. Loaderman / truck driver. Oh, let's back that up a little bit. How about right there?
My dad used to work at, we had a forestry and a skid steer that we nicknamed as Chewy.
Oh yeah. Chewing holes in the ground or what?
You ever see a bunker head on a skid steer?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I
probably not the way I would cut down trees, but I mean, hey, it's all you got. It's all you got, right?
my
Yeah,
high
a
school
family that
teacher
ended
had
up
a
with.
video of him running his. It looked like he was gonna roll the thing every
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean,
He was
little
trying to
trees,
move
yeah,
them.
sure. I don't think I'd go after the big ones unless you're just knocking it down or something, but
They were probably like 12-inch.
geez, don't think I'd try that.
Need to go find a picture of the machine I rode in when I was 5 years old. It cut the tree and dropped it right on its roof.
Jeez.
It was basically an old wheel loader. They took the boom off the front of it, took the cab off it, built a cab down in the very front above the front axle, and you sat there and a head in front of the machine, grabbed the tree, sheared it, and then it would just tip it back and let it go. and it would land on the top of the machine. On the back motor half of the loader, there was an upright grapple standing on it. And you would drive the machine forward a little bit so you couldn't see the butt above your cage. And then you would close that grapple on the back and move forward to your next tree. Steer it off, do the same thing till you had a full grapple and head for the landing.
Perfect.
So pretty much it's like a self-loading clamp.
Bunch or skidder. It's in the pictures. You'll see
I
it.
think I've seen those. Like, I think I've seen them in real, or not in real
No,
life.
you haven't seen them in real life. You haven't seen them in videos. You might find them in a picture in a David Ainsworth
Who made them?
book up here
What
in
brand
Canada.
were they?
They were built in Ontario in about the late 60s, early 70s, according to my uncle. There was 2 of them built, and one came to Canada, or like to BC, and my dad and my uncle ran it in Merritt.
Oh, so it wasn't like a
In the
major
70s.
major brand then. It was just like a random.
It was a hand-built,
Yeah, it was a
purpose-built
trial
by a guy who had 2 Michigan loaders
Oh yeah,
that he built these machines with.
I remember
From hand.
seeing them somewhere.
that's
You
crazy.
might be thinking of Bell's, but there was only 2 of them made here in Canada. One ended up in BC in about 1975, I guess 4 or 5 before we moved to out of Merritt. My dad and my uncle were firefighting with it. They'd taken the little buncher or the shear head thing off and put a water cannon there that they could raise and lower. And then where the grapple was on the back, they put a great big water tank there. And they had it up in Princeton, BC, till the fires were put out, and then the machine just sat there. My uncle doesn't know whatever happened to it.
Someone just picked it up and
But it probably just got scrapped over there. Like I said, it was a home-built unit. If you look through the pictures, you'll see it was nothing fancy. I remember the cab was just, you were sitting literally on the diff and looking through a steel mesh that was above your head and in front of your head. There was glass or Lexan on the front windshield and on the roof, but it was just a mesh. You could look up and see the butt behind you.
It's amazing how
let's see if I can find a
better
picture of
farm
it.
engineered equipment would do compared to manufacturing.
Well, yeah, all the skidders started with tractors, and then guys
Yeah.
built what they wanted to do the job for them. Build an arch that they drag on tracks or tires or, skid behind a cat now.
It all had to start somewhere.
Yeah, and it all started
Yeah,
with somebody
I've heard
building
of
in their
drag.
backyard.
Yep.
Even
Go
with
read
the
the-
skidder, I just take a game, another winch, and just put behind that. Well, actually, that D7 dozer mod has got a winch on it already.
I remember watching a farmer guy on YouTube or something, and he built his own skidder out of his tractor. It was actually pretty cool.
Red and black one?
No, it was
Oh,
like
okay.
this old. It looked like an old John Deere, and he just added a grapple to it. But he like fabricated his own grapple and added his own hydraulics. It was pretty cool. It was kind of a skimpy grapple. Like he'd like welded hollow plate basically together, but it looked pretty cool. It was good for what he needed. He was able to drag out all the shit out of his little back 40 there, so that was pretty cool. Just neat to see that
that's
kind of
how it all
stuff.
started. If you go back into the Timco in the 90s, with Pat Crawford was his name, you can see ones that he built. Yeah, were just literally boxes on top of an engine.
Yeah, yeah.
With track frames, and
Yeah, it's come a long way since then.
the first one, the cab actually looks like it was made out of plywood.
It's crazy, eh? Wow, they probably all just weld it all together and make their own little world.
Yeah, make it what they want, and then he got big contracts to go build the Timco line.
Huh.
Timco sold out to Transgesco. That's that machine in Huntermo with that 9-foot tall processor head. Transgesco, I think, went to Timber Pro for a while, and then now they're Komatsu.
Crazy. That's pretty cool, though.
445 Timco, anyway. 'Cause
Yeah,
now
a
they
lot of
switched the cab
different,
over.
wacky combinations of stuff I've seen out there. There's like some really good videos about like logging they did in Germany and stuff. Man, some of the contraptions they built over there, pretty wild. Get her done. If anyone's gonna make something crazy, it's gonna be the Germans. Let me tell you. They had some World War II
the
looking
Russians
logging
got some pretty
equipment.
wacky shit too, but
Oh,
they
yeah.
drink too much vodka.
Yeah, I don't think they had the production level. Well, Germany had all those plants from like the war and stuff when they were building all that shit, so they were able to build like mass
Stuck.
production. Panzer tank looking logging equipment is crazy. But
I
definitely
think
some
they
interesting
converted
videos.
lots of their old tanks to like, holy shit.
It's something stuck. It broke
Americans
loose.
and Canadians, yeah, we converted old tanks into the yarders.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
First
right.
Yeah,
tower
'cause they had
yarders
a
were
lot of
built on
a lot of
cat track.
weight to them.
Yeah.